Game Master Monday, the podcast where we play a new one-shot and a new system with a new cast every episode. Today we are playing Knowing Revenge of the Grasping Gods by Urania Games, a system-agnostic adventure recommended for veteran adventurers. We'll be playing it in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition with level 20 characters. I'm Jenny, your Dungeon Master for today's romp, and my players are...
Hi, I'm Evelynn from the Magic Academy. I'm happy to be here. I'm very excited. My character is Ethan Eladonius Ningeardir, High Elf Evocation Wizard. You can call him Ethan.
Thank God.
Can we call him something smaller, maybe?
Ethan.
Ethan.
Hi, I'm Grant. You all know me. I'm always on this show. I am playing Sick, who is a Thri-keen rogue.
Hello, I am Maijai. I am from Damsels in Distress, current campaign, Demons and Daughters, and my brain was really about to say all four of those words in the wrong order. I'm playing Haze Pottinger, a Barbarian, who is also a Dragonborn.
And I'm Rage Panda Pajamas, or you can call me Ciera, and I am from Dissociation, Divided Kingdoms. I am the GM there, and I am playing Ophelia, and I'm a Eldrin Warlock Bard.
Hell yeah.
All right. Very, very cool. Explain a little bit about what Knowing Revenge of the Grasping Gods is a little bit. It's kind of like... Well, I guess we'll just get into it. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. We're just going to go ahead and start today. Cool. We're not going to go into anything because we're going to have all the secrets be revealed as they happen. So I suppose my question to you all is, are you all excited?
Yes.
Yes!
Absolutely.
Oh. So, just to give a little bit of backstory on our adventure here, each of you are veteran adventurers in each of your crafts. You are essentially the highest possible mastery rank, if you want to call it that, as far as your skills are concerned. Each of you has been searching for a very, very long time for a way to become better than where you currently are, but really, there's no place left to go. You're the best of the best you can be. So, each of you went on a private adventure and found something, a treasure that belongs to the gods. Now, how each of you came upon those treasures is a different story. What you are doing now is you are following advice of people that you have talked to before. You are ascending to a very tall mountain where it has been rumored that the gods reside. Your ascent to the summit of this place remained remarkably unchallenged. Perhaps whatever protections had once been placed at this mausoleum has fallen into disarray. Perhaps the gods and guardians of this place have actually fled, quaking in their boots at the mere thought of facing you and your power. Or perhaps the gods delight in finding new toys to play with. Before you stands a massive staircase leading up to a mausoleum, a memorial lit by flickering lamps whose light emanates from impossibly high corners. The marble eyes of divine statues regard you as you climb, unblinking, darkened ivy wrapping around the cracked and swollen limbs of these statues. And on every single wall of this mausoleum, frescoes and murals depict the greatest deeds of God and man alike, and the punishments dealt out to the foolhardy and headstrong enough to challenge them. Within each of these statues is an inscription saying, "Present me with my treasure, and power may be yours." Each of you, as you are ascending these steps, has a unknown treasure in your hand. We're going to have each of you roll a d6 to determine what exactly this treasure you have eluded is.
I'm gonna roll that d6. That's a 3.
A 3?
Mm-hmm.
As you climb, in your hands, the item that was once glowing with the pure radiance of the gods starts to become more familiar to you. You understand it. It is a lyre that knows the melodies of every divine hymn. And as you are climbing, Ethan, what is going through your head as this treasure becomes known to you?
Ethan is very, is hoping that this treasure will prove advantageous in so much that he is not the most musically inclined. So he's hoping that perhaps the offering of this instrument, without perhaps playing it, will be enough to get him what he's kind of looking for.
Well, that's a very high hope.
Indeed it is.
Alright, so you are ascending one staircase that is leading from the south going north. Sick. What appears in your hands? Roll that d6 for me.
Hacha, a 6.
You roll the 6. In your hands, the glowing object becomes more dim and dark. It is a blanket that shrouds those who wrap it around them in stars.
Baller. That's a great prize for me.
So what's going through Six's head as he's climbing up the western staircase?
Yeah, not much of anything. I've been kind of going through life just just kind of doing whatever, taking stuff. I've got a very comely appearance. I would describe my my body as very cicada-like. D&D fans out there, I know Thri-keen don't look like any bug, but fuck you. Mine looks like a cicada. And I would describe his appearance. He's got like an Aladdin-style vest on. You know, not like a vest for fashion's sake, but a vest because I gotta wear a shirt, so I'll just wear this. And it was available. I've got like ratty, fantasy equivalent of cargo shorts on. I'm walking barefoot. And I've got like a tool belt on, like with all my thief gear on it, and my mentality coming up to this tower is, might as well. I've heard some cool things about these grasping gods or whatever. I came from the astral plane. Some glowing guy told me about some grasping gods. I went down to the surface world. I took some stuff. I got this thing, and I was like, well, I have the thing I need now. I might as well go see what's up. So here I am.
Here you are.
I'm a master thief by accident.
Chasing the gods on a whim.
Sounds cool.
Doesn't it? Alright, Maijai, let's take a look and see what your treasure is. Roll me that d6, please.
5.
A 5. In your hands, the item becomes heavy, as if it's burdened with the weight of 1,000,000 souls. It is a sentient sword that whispers to you dreams of massacre. And let's see here, what's going through Haze's head as the sword manifests?
I don't know. It's very. She was on her path to try and help everyone, and so she's feeling quite confused and overwhelmed at how much death and blood seems to be coming from this thing.
How did Haze get here on her journey? What drove her to seek out the gods?
Well, she was going through her general life trying to help at each town that she found herself in and each place that they asked for her to be in, and the further along she got, the more she was sort of ushered towards, the more powerful you get, the more you can help people. So I'm not sure how much she believes that's true, but she's following what people tell her to do.
Oh.
Sometimes listening to advice of friends and loved ones is the best way to reach divinity. IMO. And lastly, Ophelia. Let's roll your d6 and see what you end up with.
I got a 6.
Also a 6. So in your hands, the object moves from your hands to be fastened to your back. It is a quiver filled with the sizzling rays of sunlight.
Okay. And she's gonna feel that quiver and think, well, that's oddly appropriate. Because thinking back the fact that she has made that pact with a celestial being, and the exact reason why she's here is to get out of that pact and to ensure that no one else has to be part of that pact ever again.
So we're looking to become divine so we can break out of a pact. Each of you is ascending up the staircase while you're kind of weighing in on your life's choices and how you obtained these treasures when you get to the mausoleum at the peak of the mountain, and then you all lock eyes for the first time ever.
Oh, there's other people here. Cool. Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
Howdy.
Howdy.
Ethan will just immediately walk up to the Bugman. You see what looks at first like just a normal elven wizard. He's got his fancy purple robes and his big purple hat. But you look at him a little bit longer and you're like, it's very much, oh, something's a little off here, because he's displaced kind of in space-time, so he hovers, not in a way that's mechanically meaningful, but in a way that is, if you were to push him in just the right manner, he'd get stuck upside down. And he has just blank white eyes, that glow different colors when he casts different spells. And he's just going to walk right up to this Bugman and be like, "Oh, hi! Are you here to seek divinity, I guess?"
Sure, I guess. I mean, like, I just been kind of wandering around trying to do whatever sounds cool and interesting, and I kept hearing about this temple, and I got this cool thing. I put like the whole blanket over me, like, look, I can turn into night.
Oh, I found this in my travels. I've been doing a lot of research on ways to get divinity, because you get to a certain level as a wizard and it just kind of feels like the next step.
Sure, yeah, I know a lot of wizards. See, you got the whole thing with your pupils not being there, so you've probably been doing a lot of stuff to get like real powerful, right?
Yeah, it was a detect magic. I was trying to combine it with like legend lore to try and get a little bit more information on like different ways that magic is accessed and learned about, and it did not go well. And now you can always tell what school of magic I'm casting because they all go different colors.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, everyone has their own different preparation cycle. I had a big sandwich before I climbed the steps, and I'm feeling that a little bit, so I can relate on like a minute level.
Ophelia's in the back, just prestidigitation, a coin, is just kind of playing with it between her fingers.
Magic people always do this. You could just get a coin, and like, but you gotta use the spells.
Yeah, but this one I can't lose.
That's a good point.
If you use an illusory coin, then like somebody won't take. If somebody tries to take it from you, it just disappears. Then people aren't stealing your actual money.
Exactly.
Haze is just wandering around, looking at the room, just sort of like vaguely aware of those three, but just like wondering where she is.
Oh, the smart thing.
The thing that you're supposed to be doing in a room with a potential puzzle in it, like, huh, what?
Look, there's a fake coin and a guy with no pupils and a bug man, so we all got intrigued by each other, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm blue. She's, Ophelia is a blue Eldrin, so her hair is actually like an undercut, but in a big, long, wavy ponytail. And she just wears like a flowy blouse, has a set of bagpipes behind her that she just carries around, and
I forgot you were hard.
Poofy black pants, and she's got these golden tattoos all the way up her as a part of her pact.
What color Dragonborn is Haze?
She kind of looks a bit like rusted metal. She's not very distinctive in any way. She's, very common clothes. The only thing that is, I think, interesting and distinctive about her is around her left horn. She's got, she's got an elk antler that's split into sections, and through each of those sections is a wire has been pushed through and wound it in place around her left horn. And in the middle of that, there is two what look like eagle feathers, and then in the middle of that, still so central to the whole piece, is a wolf's tooth, and they're all in a design around her horn.
Ribs.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
I love that. All right, so in the center of this chamber, as you're all just kind of looking around, there are 6 torches surrounding a pillar. All 6 of those torches light up immediately as soon as you guys are, finished shooting the shit and looking around the room and kind of actually go into the room itself. And around you, you notice there are 6 statues of 6 unknowably and impossibly large beings, kind of just staring down in the center of the room. The middle pillar has an inscription on it. Present me my treasure and challenge me.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It's one of those deals.
So, we all seem to have these magic items. Do we all just...
Yeah, like, is it all at once, or we, like...
one at a time?
If we gotta challenge them, I don't think fighting 4 guys at once is ideal.
I mean, we're all here together for a reason. They wouldn't just let us all show up at the same time.
And yet,
Yeah, it is interesting that we've all shown up to this place at the same time. Does that strike anyone else as a little odd?
Like, did you guys have, like, an invitation with, like, a date on it? Or did you just, like, you were like, you know what, today's the day?
I mean, I kind of been planning it.
I met a glowing guy in space, and he told me about this place, and I just got around to it after I did some other stuff.
I just sort of started walking and ended up here, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the same.
I've been researching. I tried to research this temple. There's really not much besides, like, hey, go to this temple and there's some stuff about gods up there. So, I'm kind of planning to,
that's about what I
make a
knew.
little
Alright.
journey.
Well, do we want to all for one, or... I mean, like, literally just put them all in the same time? Together?
Like some kind of group of, like, Planeteers or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Sure.
Alright.
Doesn't exist yet, you
Let's
fucker.
try it.
I don't see why not.
Who's that? I'm from the astral plane.
Everything exists all at once.
Yeah, I don't know what you know about Thri-keens, Jenny, but
Apparently not enough.
someone didn't read the spell
Well,
check.
sorry. Jeez.
Me neither. I'm just guessing.
So you're all going to decide to put your treasures in the thing all at once?
Yeah?
I think so.
I'm gonna have you all roll for initiative real quick.
Yay!
Oh, fuck.
19.
19?
18 for sick.
I also got a 19.
21.
18, 19, and 21.
Effective.
Okay, Haze and Ethan, can I have you roll a second round of initiative? It is important what order this happens in.
Yes.
Oh.
So that's a 12.
Okay.
That is 17.
Okay. Cool. So, Ophelia, as you are all putting your treasures in at the exact same time, yours touches the bowl first.
Of course. Quick on the draw.
We're not railroading this shit, I'm just funny.
It's not a railroad if I'm doing it as a
Exactly.
They're all stacked on top of each other, so...
Yeah. So, like, yours...
It's like kids doing that hand
Yeah.
game where we put our hands all on top of each other. Yeah.
And,
Damn.
the room around you begins to twist and contort into a new basically plane of existence. The first thing that greets you is pooling obsidian blackness, sapping every light source that attempts to flare up within it. So far as any of you can tell, anyhow. There is a solid floor beneath your feet, and your footsteps echo through this darkness infinitely. Sometimes it feels like trotting on wood, sometimes marble, sometimes moss, but no two steps ever feel or sound the same. However, if you listen closely, you may hear another pair of footsteps, walking 2 by 2, then 4 by 4, 6 by 6, 8 by 8, 10 by 10, so on and so forth. One by one, each of you fade out of sight of the other, and you become completely alone.
I'm gonna instinctively cast light.
Okay, you cast light. And just so that our audience can know what it does, can I just have you give me just a brief description of light, please?
So when I touch myself, I will start glowing, and there will be 10 feet, 20-foot radius of dim light around me and bright light in a 20-foot radius of me. So I'm just glowing myself.
Okay, so you begin to glow. The thing that kind of strikes out to you, though, as far as your light magic is concerned, is you can see visibly your skin glowing, but the light does not reach past your flesh.
I'm going to assume none of us see them do that.
Correct. All you see around you, Six, specifically, is endless darkness.
Neat. So me saying I have dark vision wouldn't be very helpful in this case then.
Having dark vision, and you know what dark vision looks like, where you can see minor details in grayscale, you see pure black.
Oh,
damn.
that's
Damn. Oh, shit.
spooky.
Damn, and furthermore, shit.
I would also like to cast light, and I assume I get the same result.
Exact same thing happens. You
And-
cast light on whatever object you so desire, and you can visibly see the object glowing, but it doesn't emanate past the object.
And then what I'm gonna do to follow that up is doing my best to remember the orientation of where everyone was in the room. I'm going to try and point at someone to cast message.
Okay.
I'm going to first point at our Bard-Warlock, Ophelia, and say, "Where are you? It's very dark."
Let's see here. I'm going to have you make a check for this, actually, first. I know that's typically not how message works, but I'm just kind of testing your muscle memory of seeing if you can actually remember where they were.
Don't like that.
Ooh, what kind of
Let's go with an investigation check.
Oh, excellent. That's a 24.
24, okay. So you say you're pointing in the direction of our good friend, our bard, and you try to cast the message to her,
Yes.
and you feel as if the message has been cast from your brain, but Ophelia hears nothing.
Okay, so I don't get a response.
No response.
Rip.
As they start to fade, can I try and like grab out to like one of them just to like keep contact, or do they just sort of?
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, let's give us a posthumous acrobatics check here.
Posthumous?
Sure.
Wait.
The room died.
Oh.
16?
16. As you're trying to reach out and grab them, you just kind of feel air. You miss, essentially.
Alright.
I'm gonna think for a minute, because you said that it started in the ground, and then it grew from there.
Yeah, and then it enveloped everybody.
I'm going to start casting Sacred Flame, so a flame-like radiance will come from my hand, and I'm going to cast it straight down.
Down onto the floor. Okay. So, remind me, do I have to... do anything? Is there damage that's involved?
It's a dexterity saving throw. Dex 18. And if they save, then nothing happens.
Okay. And essentially it's just flat out damaging,
Yeah, it's just radiant damage.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and I'll make a dex save here. And how much damage do I take for failing?
For failing, you will take 4d8. So let's see. That's 4. That's 7. 15. 16, 17, 18, 19 points of radiant.
19 points of radiant damage. Cool. So you cast this damaging light on the floor, and you see a massive circle of light kind of erupt directly underneath your feet in a 19-foot radius. But the darkness slowly starts to encroach back upon you, and you hear a voice booming as loud as thunder, I suppose. I am the night turned manifest.
I am the flash of light of a supernova. I am the detritus of a million dying stars. How do you wish to fight the darkened sky itself with what I already am?
Well, with light, obviously.
There can be no darkness without light.
That's true. And she's gonna reach for that quiver and grab one of those arrows in that quiver and take a look at it.
Okay. So, when you pull out an arrow of light, you'll notice that this is the only object that you've attempted to put light onto that emanates more than the object itself. Like, it's like reflecting against your skin, your armor, your clothes. You can actually see the light coming off of these arrows versus before it was just affecting the object and nothing else.
And she's gonna, for a second, test it. And point the arrow down to the floor and see if she can tap the floor with one of the arrows.
Okay, that's easy enough. You do. You are able to tap the floor.
And does it do anything to that darkness? Does it recoil at all?
Yes, the darkness does reject the light. It kind of starts going backwards, and you can just see this ball underneath it of light starting to glow where the arrow is touching.
And what would you do if I was to hit you with this?
You don't see it, but you can almost feel as if you are face to face with whatever entity this is. And it just whispers low, right in your face.
If you wish to challenge me, go ahead.
What other option is there? Sounds like you're not giving me an option.
The other option is you perish, you lose.
Alright, then. Starts.
So you draw the arrow back in the motion of knocking an arrow into a bow, and in your hands a bow of pure light appears. Can I have you make an attack using your dexterity as a bonus?
Yes. That is a 17.
17. Okay. So you knock an arrow. Any direction particularly that you're trying to attack at?
If it felt like it was like face to face with me, I'd go right forward.
Just right in its face. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. You shoot straight forward. The other three adventurers in the darkness, can I have you all make me a quick perception check?
Nah, fuck.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's bad. I see nothing.
What did
That's
you
a
roll?
4.
Okay.
I got an 18.
18. Great.
I rolled a natural 1.
Rip.
Cool.
It's been fun, guys.
So,
Rest in pieces.
Sick and Haze, you guys are like looking the exact opposite direction somehow of where Ophelia was.
Somehow it's a pitch black room. I'm probably just doing like what they tell you to do in Boy Scouts and just standing still until someone finds you.
Sick, you somehow trip over nothing even though you're not moving.
Maybe if I take one little step forward, shit.
But Ethan, you see a ray of light streak right past you, like straight forward, that is erupting the darkness and going up and down infinitely in either direction.
Oh. Okay. Interesting. I'm gonna go towards the light.
Good call. Good call. So you start marching your way towards the light. Ophelia, that looked like it was starting to work. The darkness is starting to recede. You start to see. That's the main thing. Is you can actually start seeing again. This god looks like to be infinite eyes flashing over and over again, like staring back at you as if they are the universe itself, and it is pissed.
Oh, you creepy fuck.
Just a massive carapaced being just seeking to smother the light within you, like trying to make sure that you don't get to shine in its domain of darkness.
Alright, she's gonna knock another arrow and point it more upwards in like a different direction than the first arrow went to try to like get more points of it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Give me another attack roll.
Oh no. That's a 4.
That's a 4. Well, you know what? That's really funny. So you start knocking the arrow back. You're getting a little bit nervous. So like you shoot, but it kind of like goes up and then down.
Oh no! Friendly fire!
Gravity, no! My worst enemy.
Myself. Rip. And we're gonna try another knock. Different
One
die.
more try.
Okay, all right. 17.
17. As you knock the arrow, it begins to pierce the night sky, going straight up past galaxies, universes, endless cosmos. Your light emanating throughout the darkness, acting as a beacon to all who can see you. And I'm gonna make this a successful check for everybody. Yeah, you all see what's going on. The light is starting to like kind of encroach on the darkness, and you guys can turn around and see exactly where Ophelia is standing. And let me tell you, she is glowing.
Oh, cool. I didn't have to do anything. Oh, shit.
Oh god,
Oh,
sorry.
wow.
Just shakes off the light cantrip. Oh, sorry. Oh.
Ethan pulls out a little notebook and is like, "Are you girl? Is it the light cantrip or is it the arrow thingy?
Is it the light cantrip?
So it's kind of both. Like you know, like in Ghostbusters when they say "Don't cross the streams." It's like your light cantrip is being like amplified by the radiance of the arrows.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah, she's
She's just
hats off the light cantrip. Like, oh, sorry.
It doesn't go away. You're still glowing.
Oh god, it's not stopping.
Oh, no, you're glowing forever now. You're just like that.
if you dispelled the darkness, and if that was our first test, then I think you did the thing. You did the thing you're supposed to do.
I guess.
This is good.
What's
Yeah.
the thing they're supposed to do?
Well,
I don't know.
I shot an arrow at it 3 times and it stopped. So
Did you murk a god?
it was also kind of an asshole and a creep at the same time. I was like, if I had a skirt, it was looking up it. Let's just say.
Oh, we don't want that. None of that.
A lot of gods are like that.
Yeah.
I've met a handful. A lot of them are
A lot of
like,
pervs on high, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh man, yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
Never
see you
meet
when
your
you're
heroes.
That's Santa.
Oh, that's better. All right.
Disembodied voice from the heavens, wherever you are.
But you find in Ophelia's glow, those 5 statues have returned, except one is now missing.
Ooh.
That pillar is back. We have 5 torches now surrounding it, with Ophelia standing where the 5th one was. Or the 6th one, excuse me. Ophelia is standing where the 6th torch was.
You've taken its place.
Uh-oh.
Does that make
Cool.
Each of
you
you,
a god now?
It doesn't feel very godly yet, honestly. Just glowy.
It's kind of like when I ate that sandwich. It doesn't like, struck you immediately, you gotta wait a few hours and to see what happens. What I'm saying is my tummy kinda hurts.
Well, as long as you're not hurt, I suppose you've not done anything wrong.
I don't think so, but I'm not entirely sure I had much of a choice in the situation.
Yeah, you got like a whole thing going on with your skin and such. I think maybe you're at least getting prepped for it.
Yeah, I think sleeping's gonna be a lot harder.
Maybe you don't need to sleep anymore.
Well, you might not need. Yeah, you might not need to sleep anymore.
I don't need to sleep. Maybe you don't need to sleep.
That's fair.
Wait, you're an elf. You already don't sleep.
I meditate, but
Yeah, we do the trance thing. We just like sit we sit in a corner for 4 hours and we're good to go.
Ah, yes, light.
glowing.
We're glowing. Haze, as you witness Ophelia start to glow and become this powerful god of light, you start to feel your sword weigh heavy in your hands. You see one of the torches in the center of the room start to glow a bright blood red.
Uh-oh.
And it sounds like a voice is whispering to you, saying,
Now.
Oh, do you all hear that?
No.
What?
What?
No, I didn't. No.
Hear what?
Sorry, I was thinking about other shit.
God damn.
I was thinking about eagles.
Oh, I thought you were thinking about your sandwich.
There
It
was a
really good
voice that
sandwich, for what
said
it's worth.
now, and I don't. I suppose.
Is you?
I guess I'm next then. Okay. And I'll just like head
Does
towards
that mean we're not
it.
gonna go into a big room again? Ah, damn it.
Let's hope we're not thrust into darkness this time.
Oh, I got the blankie.
I'm gonna offer some music. Pull out, and instead of my bagpipes, pull out my little flute, and I'll be like, here, and give you some bardic inspiration.
Plays the Wicked Witch song.
Inspired!
Thanks.
If the sword's heavy, I'm not gonna let it touch the floor.
Good call. So you're just kind of holding it like how, like over your shoulder, just in front of you, like Legend of Zelda style.
I'm just sort of holding it forwards. Yeah. And seeing if I'm being
Isn't a-
drawn
isn't
in
a
any
pointing
direction.
Well, the first thing you would feel is a raindrop exactly on the tip of your nose. And then the rain begins to pour, faster and harder. And beneath this torrent of pouring rain that threatens to drown friend and foe alike, you see massive waves of warriors in varying states of bloodied, decaying, and crumbling start to begin to battle and fight each other on a plain of endless mud and mountains that stretches out as far as your eyes can see. You hear clanging of bronze, steel, and silver ring through the air. You see weapons and shields of all different sorts from all different eras of humanity litter the ground, gunshots, nuclear warheads, fire everywhere, joined by the artifacts you can scarcely fathom in twisted shapes and glinting bone. In the horizon beyond your understanding lies a door that always seems just out of reach. And though caught in this perpetual cycle of violence, it is easy to see from the contorted faces of each combatant that all they want is some rest. They want to sleep and begin to fade into the earth. They want to cease to exist, at least some respite from the horrors of war. Be careful where you tread, for if you look closely, you may find others who did not tread as lightly among the warring masses.
Oh no, we've been Valhalla'd.
I cast mage armor on myself.
You cast mage armor immediately.
Yeah.
Describe what that does for us, just so we can all be on the same page, please.
So mage armor, you touch a willing creature who isn't wearing armor, and a protective magical force surrounds it until the spell ends. It lasts for 8 hours. The target's base AC becomes 13 plus its dexterity modifier, so my AC bumps up from 12 to 15. It ends if the target dons armor or if you dismiss the spell as an action.
Okay.
So, just gives you a little buff to your AC. Just because I'm a squishy wizard, and I see battlefield and I'm like, oh no.
Oh dear, my worst nightmare: physical violence. Haze, as you're watching this, what's going through your head?
It's all just a bit much, really, isn't it? It's all a lot. She's done fighting, and but it's always to help someone. There's always a reason behind it. So this is a lot to process, and it all seems a bit unnecessary. So I think she's just a bit bewildered by it all, and she just desperately wants to try and bring comfort to all of the people who are here and tell them that they don't need to do that, and we can, like, be okay.
Wanting to bring peace to the warring masses. As you're just kind of having that thought in your head, just imagine the entire time that you're kind of describing it, in the back of your mind there's this voice, like a steady pulse, like your heartbeat, saying the entire time that you're trying to, like, peaceably think of a solution.
The door that is far away, but, like, there. You said there was a door?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't imagine that. Okay. Do things look better over there? What does the door look like?
While you're looking towards that door there, it definitely seems like it's just out of reach. Like, if you were to, like, to try to, like, walk to it, the door kind of stays equidistant from the battlefield. So if you move, it feels like it moves a step, you know? It's large, made of wood, and there's, like, a subtle glow around it, like it's on fire, but, like, it's not actually on fire. It feels like a destination you're trying to reach, but it's like you can't get there because there's just so much shit going on. Like, bodies running into you, swords clashing, just so much.
The other three with me?
Oh yeah, you're all kind of in this together this time instead of being separated.
This sucks.
Okay.
I could grant us the ability to use our reaction to move our full speed immediately without provoking opportunity attacks if you guys want to try to move forward, but if that door is getting further away, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the issue, because, like, I'm plenty fast, I'm plenty sneaky, I could probably, you know, for lack of a better phrase, crawl my way through this situation. But if the door keeps moving, I think we either gotta, like, cheat to get to the door, or, like, something's gotta happen with, like an arm flies up from my head. Like, with that, we gotta figure out how to make that not happen.
Imagine just like a Wilhelm scream happens, like, right as you say, like ah!
Christ. A person I know about.
I could, Haze, since you're the one with the sword that goes with all of this, I could dimension door you to that door. Is it, like, how far away would you say this door is?
Eyeballing it.
Is it more or less than 500 feet?
It's kind of hard to tell because the size of the door makes it difficult to determine its distance.
We can
kind of the
see
exact
it,
goal.
so it's got to be within 500, but it also is
Right.
constantly moving away from us.
Correct. So it's both kind of like an optical illusion and also like a
I got a feeling
distance problem.
it's one of those things where you'll transport Haze to the door, and then suddenly
it'll
the
still seem
door
the
is
same way
even
away.
further
I know.
away from us, and the same distance for Haze, and then Haze is just by themselves with a big sword in the middle of all this.
Well, I can't just, like, send them over there. I would have to go with them. So I could also...
Okay, so then it's the two of you
dimension
over
door
there
back.
with
I mean-
a big sword.
I also have dimension doors, so we could all just boop over
we
there.
could- Yeah, the four of us could all go together with a double dimension door.
But I feel
Alright.
like it's the same situation. We're just in the same spot.
Let's try it anyway. And
Okay,
I'm just gonna
fucking
grab his hand.
Alright.
Yeah.
It's a little gross. It's
Yeah.
a little gross. I'm a bugman.
That's fine.
Yeah. Haze, I will politely offer you a hand.
All right. And I'll take your hand.
We dim-
Oh, sure. Haze gets an
Dimension
option. I just
door.
get my arm grabbed.
Nope. No option
Yes,
for
your
you.
arm
You
goes,
lost your
actually.
privilege.
Fine.
I love the timid barbarian. It's such a fun idea.
It gives the implication that they went on a journey and now they're being confronted with that.
Eh.
So we all dimension door 500 feet towards this door.
Okay, cool.
I got a funny feeling.
I think it's not
Alright,
going
so
to
you
change
all
anything.
You all warp 500 feet in the direction of true north, where the door is lying. You exit one door, or no, you enter one door, you go out the other, and the door still seems equidistant away from you.
I said, this is the exact thing I said.
Well,
However,
hey, it's 1 4th level spell slot. You can always arcane recovery.
Sure, we can always do that. I'm sure all four of us have the capability to do the thing with the 4th levels and such.
Yes, absolutely.
Me and Haze are two martial characters, okay?
as the bug is arguing with the wizard, a sentence that is common in Dungeons and Dragons, but would make someone shit their pants in real life. Haze, can I have you give me a perception check, please?
Well, that's not awful. 12?
I'd say 12's enough. This thing is a massive thing that you're going to be able to see. As you are just kind of listening to this, this back of your head violent message going like, kill, kill, and these two like starting to fight each other, it's starting to like pick up with your heart rate. You look toward the door, and you see a jagged creature formed from the blades and bodies of fallen warriors. Blotting out the sun as it regards you, it lets out a sharp, screeching cry, which is threatening to tear you into thousands of pieces.
I take it back. I prefer the dark room.
How close is it?
It's as big as the door and about as far away, but it is starting to gain on you. So it's starting to march at about, I want to say like, it's coming on you pretty quick, so like 20 feet every so often. I don't know how to quantify this in an audio medium.
About yay far.
It's
far
going
enough.
fast.
Fuck it. What's another 4th level spell? I'm just gonna boop death word real quick on Haze. And then it's like a little pat on the back. Good luck, soldier.
What was it? Death ward?
Death ward. So it grants protection from death. First time the target will drop to 0 hit points as a result of taking damage. The target instead drops to 1 hit point when the spell ends.
Wow.
I mean,
Are you wearing armor / what is your AC?
I am not wearing armor. And my AC is 16.
Okay. I don't think giving you an extra armor buff would actually help you then.
I would like to try and carefully walk towards this thing.
You're just gonna approach it.
Yeah.
Just
Pretty
real
much.
quick to give myself an out here, I'm going to use my my carapace, my chameleon carapace, which allows me to add a +5 to my AC. Real quick, well, it's +5 because that's what my Dex modifier is, and I just very quickly change the color of my skin, so I blend better in with my surroundings. So I'm imagining some greens and browns and reds and grays. I just look like I'm part of the environment now, and I'm a little bit better protected from getting squished.
I would also like to rage while I'm walking towards it.
Let's go.
Great plan. I love it when barbarians rage. Makes me feel happy about stuff. Okay, so you rage. This monster feels that power starting to emanate off you. It's starting to feel as if it's going to try to challenge you to a fight.
Fuck.
So, Haze and everybody, can I have you all give me initiative, please?
Sorry, guys.
You sure can.
I really enjoy having advantage because I just rolled the 2. So that is actually 12 now.
16.
13.
20.
Hey!
Wow.
Thank God Ciera's here. They know what they're doing.
Don't worry, it's soft.
It's a soft 20. It's not like a nat roll. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you're fine.
Anyhow. So, let me go ahead and roll its initiative as well. That is a 29. Cool. So, first thing it's going to do is it wants its treasure back. It is going to crash into Haze with its full mass of blades here. I'm going to go ahead and make an attack roll. You said your AC is 16?
Mm-hmm.
I have a fright.
Okay, so just barely you're able to defend against this thing.
What?
Like, it feels like you're like defending with all you can, your entire might, with this sword in your hands, of trying not to get overwhelmed by a rush of a bajillion blades.
I want to make it dance. I want to cast
How so?
Yeah.
Otto's Irresistible Dance. And I'm like, dance, motherfucker.
Okay. Do I have to defend or anything with Otto's Irresistible Dance?
It is choose one creature you see within range. Target begins to comic dance in place, shuffling, tapping its feet, flapping during the duration. Can't be charmed, and creatures that can't be charmed are immune to the spell. So
That would be a problem.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Nah.
It can't be charmed.
Damn it.
Rip. R.I.P.
Well, I tried.
What's plan B?
How do you charm a warmonger?
And that's a
How
good
do you
question.
charm war itself?
In my experience, by giving the wrong country billions of dollars.
In that case, since that used my action to cast that and fail, I'm gonna use my bonus action to whip out my bagpipes and be like, "We're fucked." To cast
You tried one thing!
Mantle of Majesty. Everybody gets or not Mantle of Majesty, Mantle of Inspiration. Everybody gets 11 temporary hit points. And you can move your entire movement up without opportunity attack. So if you want to get closer to this thing, you can. If you want to get further from this thing, you can.
Cool.
I actually don't think I could get any closer to this thing.
Probably.
Currently, no. It is like a tide of blood and swords, essentially, like right up at you.
Hot.
Shut the fuck up.
What? Cold like a season.
Yeah, and that's everything I can do right now.
Okay. Okay. Sick. Speaking of, you're next.
Yeah, I'm still
Wow.
camouflaged, right?
Yes.
So, if he's a little distracted doing Mortal Kombat with Haze, would you say I have room to get advantage on him?
I would say so.
Cool. I'm gonna sneak attack his ass.
Yay! I love sneak attacks.
I've always
How-
wanted
how-
to do this. I've never played a rogue, and I know that this can get goofy. So let's get fucking goofy, you know.
Yeah. First time for everything. Lay it down, mi amigo. What you got for your sneak?
And that is an unnatural 20 to hit.
Okay. Cool. It does successfully hit,
Let's fucking go. Oh,
but just barely.
I will take just barely. You know what? There's no maybes in D&D. There's only hits and not hits. You feel me? Okay, so I'm gonna do this with my rapier, which is a D8 plus 5 piercing. So we're gonna start off with the. Here comes the math. You ready?
Math.
Here we go. And then for my sneak attack, I get to roll 10d6. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, a 10 for a grand total of 40 damage.
Okay. Well, you certainly feel like your sneak attack has made a massive impact on this creature. It does let out a piercing scream as you attack it, but you get the feeling that this is what it wants you to do.
I unsheath my rapier from him. I'm like looking at it. I'm looking at him. I'm like, oh, this is like a thing for you. You like this, don't you? Not the talking type. Okay. Let me think about this. Let me hey, Ethan. Like you just hear a voice from behind the guy. Look, not to put too fine a point of this on anything, but he likes it. If you hit him, he gets his jollies off of it. I don't think this is a shoot-to-kill situation.
Hear me out. Heal.
Yeah,
I'm
do
a
you know any
wizard.
healing
I don't
magic?
do that.
Do you have a band-aid for this big hole I just put in his leg?
I can disintegrate him.
That's not healing, Ethan.
I can maybe power word stun. I can stop time.
Okay. Listen, I like the brainstorming session, but you gotta do something.
I
It
can
is your
conjure
turn,
an
Ethan.
elemental. I can learn. Well, no, that's a spell that takes 10 minutes. I can't do that one. I can banish him, maybe. I can polymorph him, turn him into a sheep.
Hey, I mean, there,
I can send him a message.
there's something biblical about the sheep thing.
I really am built to learn things and attack.
If you're asking me, I think turning him into a sheep is a really cool,
a
deep
good-
metaphor.
That sounds
Good way to go.
amazing.
And what a callback it would be.
I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cast polymorph. What does it do? It doesn't do anything if I cast it at a higher level, so I am just gonna 4th level spells are my bag today. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cast polymorph, turn him into a sheep. Why not?
Okay.
Fuck it, we ball.
It's the wisdom.
Fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okie dokie. Okay, that is a 16 plus his modifier for wisdom.
Please let it be
Looking
low.
at a 24.
Damn it.
No.
Yeah. The polymorph fails.
You feel as if some random soldier in the middle of nowhere gets turned into a sheep.
Oh no,
Sorry,
this
guy.
is going horribly wrong. I don't think I have a great. Yeah, because I'm I'm evocation wizard.
All of
I
us
normally-
frantically going through our pages right now. Like, I got something in here.
Going through my stuff. Yeah, my spell mastery and signature spells, it's all like find
It's all-
familiar, sending, and counter spell.
You're killing you, guy.
Yeah, that's all I got. I learn things, I run away, and I learn, and I do damage.
Ah, a wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every wizard ever.
Yep.
Haze, it falls to you.
Okay. I am going to use my breath weapon and hope that he's not Dexy. So you need to make a Dex saving throw.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 12 with his dexterity bonus. That makes it a unnatural 20.
Okay, well you still take half damage anyway, so that's
Okay.
I can't do maths, so I'm using a calculator. I can't do maths, I just don't want to. So you still take 17 lightning damage. And I will call out, I don't want to fight you, and I would like to know what it is that you want me to do.
All right. So your first words are, I don't want to fight you. You hear the voice of a shouting warlord in your face scream,
Then why are you?
Well, you hit me first.
Do we all
yeah. You hit me first.
It's true. It's fine.
Okay. It's true, he did.
Hold on, this whole operation was your idea.
Exactly.
You started this.
I wonder
That
if we
is the
just...
rule of war. Hit first, hit hard, don't look back, win.
Well, you haven't won yet.
That's the problem with war. It is a perpetual cycle. As long as war exists, I win.
Oh, this is one of them futile effort things, okay.
Can I drop the sword?
Audience, you didn't see it, but Jenny did the fucking, like, Dick Dastardly hand-rubbing thing.
I love it when you guys figure out the solution to puzzles. It makes me giddy. So how are you dropping it? Just taking the sword and like just letting it drop?
Yeah, pretty much. I've been holding it in my hand the whole time, so I'm just gonna like look at it and just like let go. Like it's not even a big motion. I just let go of it.
Okay. You make a casual drop of the sword, and it pierces the floor of the battlefield. The voices that were crying out in blood and war and suffering stop. All around you, you hear peace. You can hear a bird flap its wings from a mile away if you focus hard enough. It is eerily dead silent. All at once, the next thing you hear is the sound of armor clattering away, swords, spikes, and shields all falling down, and every single soldier reaching their final resting place. The god in front of you starts to shudder and fall apart as the swords and shields and armor and spears and everything that made up it start to crumble into dust and fade away as you, who have been a fighter your entire life, choose to stop fighting. And the door does not look so far away anymore.
Oh, run through that thing. Are you tired of using generic symbols and logos for your tabletop role-playing games? Do you want your campaign to stand out with unique emblems that truly represent your world? Well, look no further than Emblem Trove, your one-stop shop for custom emblems and logos for TTRPGs. Emblem Trove understands the importance of visual storytelling in your games and specializes in crafting emblems and logos tailored to your specific needs. Whether you're running a medieval fantasy adventure, a futuristic sci-fi campaign, or anything in between, Emblem Trove has got you covered. Simply visit their coffee to commission them and fill out the necessary information detailing your vision for your emblem. They'll then work their magic, turning your ideas into a stunning visual representation that will leave you and your players in awe. But that's not all. Emblem Trove offers affordable pricing without sacrificing quality. They even offer bundles that include multiple emblems at a discounted price, such as the Party Pack and Lore Master set. So why settle for a generic symbol when you can have custom emblems that truly reflect the heart and soul of your campaign? Commission Emblem Trove today and bring your designs to life. That's Emblem Trove, where every adventure begins with a symbol.
Hello everyone and welcome to 5 Gems in a Trench Coat.
Excuse me?
Yeah?
What's that?
You want to know what 5 gems in a trench coat is? Let us tell you.
It's the adhesive that keeps the fragile pieces of my sanity together.
Well, okay, Jesse, what it actually is a narrative-driven TTRPG actual play where 5 friends take turns weaving stories through the tabletop game of their choice.
Of their choice.
Each season?
Each season.
That's pretty cool.
I disagree.
Oh.
I feel it's the adhesive.
So, like, you guys aren't all in a trench coat?
No, we're definitely in a trench coat.
How does that work?
Get her.
Before I'm caught, you can check out 5 Games in a Trench Coat just about anywhere you get your podcasts, or you can check out our website at 5gamesinatrenchcoat.com. Oh my god, they really are all in a trench coat.
Hey, it's your boy, your favorite boy, Grant here, talking about the ads we just ran here for you. Emblem Trove, legitimately cool little organization. I've been browsing their coffee, however you pronounce that website. I've been browsing their gallery, checking out their pricings, and it's pretty fucking legit. I gotta tell you, like, some of these are just genuinely breathtaking, like, logos and emblems. It's really good. And then that's Matt. You know Matt from Improv and RPG. Yeah, he's the one behind all that cool shit. So you should definitely be checking that out. Support a cool creator. Do yourself and your home game a favor, why don't you? And then, of course, we have our pals over at 5 GMs in a Trench Coat. They're about to launch their second season, which looks dope as hell. And, I mean, I've had them on the show. You've heard me bark about them several hundreds of times at this point. They're just one of the best TTRPG shows happening on the planet right now. So, I mean, if you're not listening to them at this point, after how many times I've recommended them, that's on you. I'm blameless. And now, thank you for our sponsors, and back to the knowing revenge of the grasping gods.
Next thing's next. The room that you find yourself in now is a massive orchestra pit. You find in this room several chairs filled with instruments. Dusty, worn, no two in the same style, no two of the same make. There might be a rusting trombone covered in the green patina of fading metal and abandonment. There might be a timpani stained yellow by age and carelessness. All these instruments lie on the ground discarded, a veritable minefield of woodwinds and strings lying dormant until you guys walk in. As soon as you step foot in this orchestra pit, you hear a faint harmony on the breeze. For what is an orchestra without a conductor? A symphony without a score? It is obvious that these instruments seek to fill out their purpose, waiting to be used and to be brought to life. Spotlights illuminate the previously unseen audience, revealing the remnants of those who happened upon this chamber, desiccated, decaying, and dressed in their finest. Satisfy their simple desires, or satiate your own bloodlust as one pleases. Are two desires really so different? They don't care how this play goes out. They just want to see a show. And at the head of the orchestra, you hear the tap of a conductor's baton. Not a visible thing, so much as an echo surging through your ears and demanding attention. It vacillates between a glass-shattering whine and a stomach-rumbling baritone as the baton raises as if to start conducting. And it holds there, watching.
I think this is your turn, Ethan.
Oh, no.
And I'm just gonna, like, go get him, kid, and give you a little bardic inspiration.
Thank you, I'm gonna need it. I am not exactly musically inclined. One might say I am negative in the negatives when it comes to things like performing. So, yeah, I'm is there like an open seat where someone playing a lyre would go?
There's plenty of seats all around. You can choose an empty one if you so desire.
Where would that?
Well, Ethan, if you can't play, can you lead?
Maybe you can conduct.
I do have a wand. I could do the thing. But there's already a conductor.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
Yeah. Okay.
Side note,
Should
Haze,
just
you
ask
good?
me.
You
Well,
glowing
what
or
if you just-
anything?
I don't know.
Each of you who turned your attention to Haze as Sick brings this up, can I have you all make a perception roll?
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. I said the wrong word.
Okay.
Can I have you give me an insight check?
That's a 6.
Oh, hell yeah, I'm better at that. I rolled a math plus 6. 17.
Okay.
32.
Damn.
So for those of you who rolled higher than a 10 and have working eyeballs, you would feel this air of complete and total calm surrounding Haze. Just this general feeling of kindness, of warmth, and of peace. Those of you who failed, this person.
You know, last time I felt like that, the best sauna I ever been to.
Yeah,
Didn't last.
You got like the aura of a really nice sandwich.
Do you want a sandwich?
I always want a sandwich. Listen, a good sandwich can make your day a whole lot better. You ever have like, okay, so imagine like sourdough, right?
Ethan has no idea what's going on. He got a 6, so he's panicking a little. Yeah.
All you gotta do is get that guy's job.
Well, why don't you just ask everybody to turn around and then conduct them from the other side?
You know, ordinarily I wouldn't agree with you, but I'm just really vibing with you today. Like, I think you're right.
Oh, it would be great if I knew how to do thaumaturgy. I bet that would be really helpful in this moment. What I'm actually going to do is I am going to cast Mage Hand, and I am going to give my wand to the Mage Hand, and the Mage Hand is going to go hover over the conductor and try to, like, conduct instead.
Can I ask a fun question? Are you gonna conduct to the orchestra or to the audience? Like, what direction is your hand facing?
I guess I would be trying to conduct the orchestra.
Okay, so the instruments that are laying in the orchestra. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me, please, a performance check.
Thank God I have that bardic, because I straight up have a -1. Come on, bardic. Okay. That's a 17.
Okay. So you begin conducting the orchestra. As you do so, the instruments that are sitting there begin to lift up into their proper orchestra playing positions. You can almost sense the spirits of those who are bound to the instruments sitting at the edge of their seat waiting for your instructions. And the orchestra does begin to play. They're keeping time with the way that you perform, and a beautiful sonnet begins to emerge from the orchestra pit. Give me a persuasion check as well.
Oh, that is the same.
It's all charisma.
A little purple. That is a natural 20.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Dice know when they need to be good.
You feel as if you have captured the attention of the audience. Several of these decrepit, decaying members of the aristocracies of old begin to be incredibly focused on the music that is being played. Once your ballad has finished, you hear the thunderous roar of applause coming from the audience.
Haze applauds as well.
Thanks, Maijai, I'll do that.
Once the orchestra finishes, the hand is gonna turn to the audience and like do a little, however a hand bows.
Oh yeah, like it raises itself up and just like
Does a
goes
little-
across its like invisible chest. to like do a big bow. I love
Yeah,
that.
just a little.
Again, you can't see it, audience at home.
You
but
can't
all
see
five
it.
of
I'm
us
making
just tried
fun
to do it.
I'll
I'm
prestidigitation.
making fun little hand gestures.
I'll prestidigitation some like flower petals onto the stage, like.
And then the mage hand is going to return my wand to me and then disappear. I think I did it.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
It sounded quite lovely.
However, it was.
Yeah, not much for this classical stuff, but it was pretty tight.
It's the kind of stuff my grandpa always liked to listen to. It's not. I prefer something a little more modern, with a good dance beat.
Yeah, like Billie Eilish.
Yeah. I really like My Alchemical Romance. I'm a big fan of Gerard Way.
You were sitting on that one for a while, huh?
I've had that in my back pocket for years.
Finally. Yeah, I just do the thing where I reference real world shit in D&D. It's always a hit.
The conductor, however, raises its baton.
Uh-oh.
It's going to make a couple of performance checks to see if it can do a little better than you.
Oh no, I bet it can.
I fear we have pissed it off. Performers are so jealous of people who are better than them at stuff.
As the conductor's performing, I would like to cast Gust to blow the baton out of his hand.
Okay, that's fun.
Hell yeah.
Do I have to make anything, do any dodges for Gust? What do I gotta do?
I don't think I can technically do that with this spell, but...
It's like jazz. Just do it.
It's jazz.
Freeform it.
You seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects. A medium or small creature must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 5 feet from you. You create a small blast of air capable of moving an object that is neither held nor carried. Or you create a harmless sensory effect using air, such as causing leaves to rustle. So I guess strength?
Cool. It rolled a 9 on its strength save.
That does not pass.
Hell yeah. So as the other conductor begins to raise its baton and try to lead, you blow it back 5 feet from the orchestra pit. And I don't know if you knew this, but where the conductor stands and where the audience is, there's a bit of a drop off of a stage.
Yeah.
So, you feel the conductor fall, and it hits the ground, and you hear glass shatter.
That's a safety hazard. Who put that there?
I think I can only give you a look that can't be quantified through an audio medium, so we're just gonna say that I'm very upset with you, Grant.
What?
That is dumb.
What
You're
did
dumb.
I
And I
do?
hate you.
Whatever.
I can say these things because we're related.
I've worked it around a few stages. Don't put glass in between the audience and the stage.
True.
There
Don't
wasn't
put glass.
the fucking... I'm gonna hurt you.
Oh, is the god made of glass?
Yes, you dimwit.
Oh, okay. Well, that
You
was
dipshit. You fool.
I
You
didn't see the
buffoon.
god. I didn't make a very good
Yeah,
perception.
did you hear the description?
Possibly.
Did you hear what I talked?
I'm playing
I
like
didn't.
a vapid bug here, man.
I didn't realize that it was glass.
Would you say it was a
See?
literal glass cannon?
Hey.
So, since the conductor did not get a chance to rebuttal, and its instruments did not get a chance to play, you essentially assume the role of the conductor of the orchestra. Small things start to begin to bother you, such as you can tell what key someone is talking to you in now. And if it's slightly off tune, you can tell, and it begins to like bug you a little bit.
Oh, this is... Oh God, the sound of my own voice.
What is it?
I can hear, I can hear what, like, key people are speaking in.
Oh, really? And
And-
she pulls out her bagpipes.
Uh-oh.
Are you good at those?
Let's
have a
find out.
weird-
She goes. "Mer."
I
You
can
can tell.
presumably I can know all the notes. I know them by ear now, and it's very strange because I
So
don't.
am I speaking in? What if I just go, ah?
B?
Sure, that's a B. Whatever.
Be what? Be
Flat.
well and happy.
None of us have any fucking experience with this. And I was like, yeah, Evelynn, what key is she?
I kind of do. I'm a musician by trade.
You said sure when they said B. I'm pretty sure it's not
I don't have
B.
perfect pitch. My brother does.
Fun fact: I'm musically inept.
The worst possible person.
I have whatever the opposite of like perfect pitches.
Imperfect pitch.
So to recap, we have someone who's the god of light and is perpetually glowing, a person who's perpetually serene, and the person who, quite frankly, got a curse and now has perfect pitch.
That sounds like just constant overstimulation. It sounds like not enjoyable at all.
Oh,
Sounds like you would
sounds
hit
like-
the bagpipes.
Sounds like I would be a
Sounds like
hermit
being
for
a
the
middle
rest of
school
my
band
life.
teacher.
I don't know how to cast silence, but I will figure it out.
As you watch the god of music fall from its conductor's stand, the room again shifts one final time. A chamber of blazing heat and numbing chill, arid and empty save for the two slumbering spirits that line the border between both halves. Greenery is sparse, with the exception of hardy cacti in the frozen wasteland whose gentle pink petals bloom defiantly against the snow, or the delicate white lilies that dot the blazing desert landscape. There is a strange lack of scent in the air, one that confers upon it a sense of subtle wrongness. Everything feels off. An artificiality, a detachment from reality, a betrayal of an otherwise perfect illusion. Visible on the ground are slight bumps, cross marks, and piles of dirt and snow that denote buried treasures aplenty.
Now, I don't know if you guys know, but like, I love stealing stuff. And oh my god, this place looks like it has so many things I can steal. I'm like pointing at the things on the ground like, look, that's clearly buried treasure. I point to the sleeping people, they're not even fucking looking. This is like, oh my god, this is like a rogue's paradise. I don't know if it's the right answer, but I'm gonna just like help myself, and I start doing like the little like excited fingers thing with all 6 of my limbs. I guess 4. I got 4 arms and 2. Anyway.
Well, as you start to dig through the earth, I'm not even gonna make you make a check for this because they are fucking everywhere. The ground is filled with hidden troves of treasure, legendary swords, jewel-encrusted goblets, gems, riches aplenty.
But my sleight of hand is so high, come on.
You don't need it. You don't need your sleight of hand. You got
Alright.
6 of them. In fact, you've got too many hands.
To be clear, 4.
4. Look at you. Mr. Having Hands over here.
So I'm assuming I find weapons and jewelry and shiny things, right?
Yeah, the more you look, the more shit you find, and the more you start to feel kind of in this cycle of you look for thing, you get new thing, you look for thing, you get new thing.
This is a serotonin paradise. My dopamine's going nuts. So much instant gratification. I like come out of like one hole in my vest is like covered in jewelry all of a sudden. I'm like, this is pretty great, I gotta tell you.
What is your thing? The thing that you got? What does that do?
Which thing?
Yeah, the
Your blanket.
the artifact you got.
Oh, yeah, this thing. Yeah, it makes me look like nighttime. It covers me in like darkness and stars. I think it's like a cloak of invisibility situation, but like I look like the around me.
Yeah.
Like a camouflage.
Yeah, a thing that I could already do, but now I have a thing that makes me do it better. So I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Everyone had a pretty clear challenge, and all I've had is a pretty clear opportunity.
You know, sometimes a challenge is hidden within the opportunity.
Oh no, are you saying that all these jewels and cool things I'm finding might be too good to be true? Because I was worried about that, but nothing's happened so far, so I'm gonna just go in that hole now.
Sure.
I would like to cast Legend. I would like to take 10 minutes and cast Legend lore on just this, the place that we are currently in. This realm of things that are buried all over the place. Name or describe a person, place, or object. The spell brings to your mind a brief summary of the significant lore about the thing you named. The lore might consist of current tales, forgotten stories, or even secret lore that has never been widely known. If the thing you named isn't of legendary importance, you gain no information. The more information you already have, the more precise and detailed the information you receive. The information you learn is accurate, but might be couched in figurative language.
I like this spell. That's a fun spell.
It is. It's a good one.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and take your 10 minutes to start prepping up that spell.
Yep.
Meantime, we're going to go check on Sick and his insight check. Cool. We'll get to you in a minute.
Here we go. Hell yeah, 24.
24. So, the more you dig, the more you feel as if the treasure isn't the answer. You're always going to be able to find more treasure. There's always going to be something to steal. There's always going to be some rube looking to get his shit yanked.
Sounds great.
It sounds great. But when does it end?
Ideally, it doesn't. That'd be cool. Okay, room, I hear you. Obviously, the most important things in life aren't stuff. I'm much more of an experienced guy anyway. I'm like looking at I'm like covered in like jewelry and this really nice thing. I look like Homer Simpson when he was imagining himself as King Midas. I'm like covered in gold right now. And
Homer, that's right. You're 12 feet tall, and also you're made of gold.
That's right. And I got like a big crown on my head. Maybe this isn't the answer to everything. So there's 2 sleeping people?
There are 2 sleeping people, and I was just about to get to that because we're going to go ahead and give our lore dump to our wizard friend.
Ooh. Yeah, you see,
you currently... Oh, sorry.
I've got the incense out, and I've got my 4 ivory strips, and I'm just like sitting there, just focusing very intensely on the ground in front of me as like these strange magical items are there, just trying to think of waiting for the lore to come to me.
You find yourself in the Chamber of Duality, governed by the god of celestial bodies. This god is a god of duality, as the name implies, i.e. extreme heat, extreme cold, purest desire, endless guilt. Both opposites of the spectrum with no gray area in between.
Okay. No gray area. So, I'm gonna stand up and collect my ivory strips. The incense is gone. And I'm gonna... Alright, so this chamber is all about duality. Extremes. 2 ends of a spectrum.
Extreme ones that are covered in like really rich looking... Like, I'm covered in rubies right now, so I guess the extreme of this would have been how I looked before I got in this room.
I guess so. Yeah, there's... I think you have to find a middle ground. Because there's no gray areas. Here. Oh. So you have to create... Maybe you have to create the gray area?
So I can have some of the stuff? Like a little bit?
I don't know. Maybe.
If I show some self-restraint in this room, then maybe I'm good?
Perhaps. That could be one way of achieving a gray area.
I gotta say, great room. Big fan of this room. I came here with nothing. I'm leaving here with a crown. I like brush the jewels off of my like vest and shorts. I'm like just wiggling some things off me. I pull a gold tooth out of my mouth and throw it on the ground. Oh shit, that was my actual tooth. Oh fuck.
You're a bug man. How do you have teeth?
Don't ask questions.
That sounds terrifying.
I'm from space.
I hate it so much.
Imagine a cicada with like a full grin and like just one shiny tooth.
Where did you? Where were you keeping that tooth?
The tooth? It was like kind of like.
Don't you have mandibles?
Yeah, but like I can't get a gold mandible. You know how expensive that is?
Don't you communicate through like clicking and then we're just hearing your voice in our heads?
That's if I like use my Thri-keen telepathy. Thank you for asking. I haven't gotten a chance to talk about it on my character sheet yet. So if I do that, I can talk to any race.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, I do no common.
Tell you what, Ophelia's gonna like bend down and grab a crown, prestidigitation, and be like, "You can keep this one."
I point to the one I'm already wearing. I got one.
This one matches you better.
Did I see that was fate?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like
convince this bug to slow his roll.
I'm just gonna like reach over towards Sick and just like take the crown that he's wearing and just like start to admire it. And like I'll just like take a step away and just like look at you, and then just go back to admiring the crown.
Oh, it seems another person's been tempted by riches. I'm trying to decide if Sick would want to make an insight check on the crown being offered or not. Fuck
That's
it.
really funny to me.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's get...
Against my deception?
I rolled a...
Yeah.
Well, listen, I rolled an 8 total.
And what's your deception?
Do you really want to know what my lowest deception can be?
I got a feeling
it's
gonna
be like 14.
Because they're a bard and a warlock.
34.
Yeah, that's a lot of charisma right there. Okay, I did not pass that.
So yeah, whatever intent that Ophelia is trying to convey, you fucking fall for.
You know what? You're my friend. I trust you. I'm putting the crown on my noodle.
I'm gonna chuck the other crown onto the floor as soon as he takes the fake one.
Should we maybe do something about the 2 sleeping people?
Could stab them.
I wasn't thinking that.
Well, there's a sleeping there, you know. They got all the stuff.
You
know what? I'm succumbing to my baser instincts.
They didn't do anything wrong, it seems. I wouldn't want to harm them for no reason.
Ask them nicely if we can have some things.
Yeah.
I feel like the middle ground of the extremes of thievery and not thievery are ask nicely.
That might be where your middle ground is, you know?
Alright, fucking fine. I walk up with my fake crown. And
so you're trying.
I'm gonna wake him up at the same time. I'm putting my two of my arms out to either guy. It's like wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Okay. So these slumbering spirits do wake up simultaneously on the border of both halves of this chamber. They both look at you simultaneously and both say in the same voice,
"From whence do you come, and why are you here?"
Hey, my name's Sick. I come from a distant land. I've come from nothing and I came here with nothing. I noticed your room here. It's got some pretty nice things. I am kind of a nice things connoisseur myself. My friends and I here were wondering if there's anything here that you do not need that you're willing to part with. We're not trying to steal anything or like take stuff that you need for like your eternal nap or whatever, but if there's anything here you're willing to part with to make our lives easier, that'd be great. No is also an acceptable answer. I just felt some kind of way about just taking it while you were sleeping. So if you anything you just you got any clutter, consider me like a Goodwill.
You hear them speak at the same time. 2 different ideas.
No.
We care not. We care immensely.
Okay, I'm getting some mixed signals here about the level of care you have about the items.
By the way, I prestidigitation that crown he's wearing now. It now looks like a little paper hat.
I'm unaware. Based on my earlier attempts to be aware, I would assume I do not notice.
Not a damn change in your head.
I turn around to everyone and I'm like, alright, so one guy cares a lot and one guy doesn't care at all.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Duality.
This reminds me of two guys I met on a road in front of two doors, and one always lied to me and one always told the truth, and it was very frustrating, so I stabbed both of them.
Well, I've met a similar set of guys. You know, they always put those outside labyrinths. I don't understand.
They're every fucking where. Sometimes the Minotaur, sometimes it's like two regular guys, sometimes they fuck the riddle up.
Sometimes it's the door itself.
I don't understand. Why wouldn't somebody just say, you know, am I holding my hand in the air, and then see which they answer?
See, now my head hurts because I know that I asked them a question like that and they just piss me off.
Yeah, they always get evasive with that kind of stuff. You really just gotta, at a certain point, you just cast Fireball.
Because see, like they would both say yes is the problem. Because the liar would wait. No, hold on. The lie. I turn around. Am I holding my hand?
But are you asking the two spirits if you're holding your hand?
I was
up?
doing a bit.
Okay.
What's your blanket got to do with this anyway?
Oh, the blanket.
Well, each of our items seem to have some sort of significance.
That's true.
How big's the blanket?
Big enough to cover a person.
You can put me in there.
Does it change size for people?
I'd have to assume so.
Yeah.
Being of the gods.
It's a one-size-fit-all for one person and one person only.
Form-fitting.
I wonder if you give the blanket to the one that cares a lot.
Yeah, that kind of that sounds like it. Yeah. Okay, here I go. I pull the blanket out and I talk to the one who cares immensely, and I'm like, do you recognize this? Do you want this?
Both gods speak to you at the same time.
I would like that back,
says one.
You can keep it, says the other.
Which one said which? I mean, I guess I can assume.
They're talking at the exact same time, so the one that said you can keep it is the one in front of you.
The one that cares immensely?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Interesting. They flipped.
Wait, the one that cares immensely said I can keep it?
The one that cares immensely about the things in this room said you can keep it.
God dang it! I have a +1 in intelligence and a 0 in wisdom. This is stupid.
Just can I make an insight check?
You may.
You may.
27.
Damn.
Okay. You get the feeling that these guys do reflect the opposite extreme. One tells you yes, the other tells you no. One cares about this room. That is the person that Sick is talking to. The other does not. He seems more aloof and is more concerned about the things of the outside world.
I'll relay that information. Sick.
Okay. I got an idea. Okay. Sick is holding the blanket and turns to Haze and says, "Do you have that crown you took from my head?"
Yes, it's over there. And I'll go pick it back up.
I am going to offer the crown to the one that cares a lot about things in the room. And I'm going to give the blanket to the one that cares a lot about things outside the room.
Okay. So the one who cares immensely about things outside of existence here wraps itself up in the blanket of endless night. You can see the spirit disappear from being a simple representation of the sun into being wrapped up in stars. A nice middle ground from what it used to be before. It's no longer blazingly hot in the desert. It's starting to become more cool. The snow and the ice start to kind of meld into the desert as you sense everything starting to shift into one side of the duality. The other god looks on in envy of what the other god has.
Uh-oh.
And the god of celestial bodies and duality begins to fight itself.
Oh.
As it does this, you watch it all coalesce into stars, into the universe that you call home. As if we all are made of our individual dualities.
I turn around. It's a we're all stars thing. It's a we were born of dust, and dust we shall return kind of situation. Real basic level, like, space shit.
Okay.
In case y'all were curious. They teach you that in Thri-keen school.
Oh. Interesting.
Yeah.
What other kind of things do they teach you at Thri-keen school?
Oh, like there's other existences, that time is not so much a circle, but rather a scattering of random events happening concurrently. Basic languages of other civilizations, like Githyanki, Mind Flayer, Thri-keen, the hippopotamus language that's out there in space. Oh, there's hippos in space, by the way. I don't know if y'all knew that.
Yeah. I met a griff here and there.
Yeah, that's what they're called, griffs. This is just me doing a riff on the top of the head here.
I thought it was called Jiff.
Oh,
No,
there's a real big debate about that.
Yeah, it's never bring that up to a griff. They will not be excited about that conversation.
Now, to be fair, the first griff definitely pronounced it Jiff, but then over time, language changes to mean certain things.
And now there's just an endless debate.
Yeah, and if you see a griff, just call him a griff.
Haze has just sat down and started sharpening her axe. Just for something to do.
I'm just waiting for the room to shift.
Pretty much.
What a great transition this will be then for you. As the endless night sky expands out in front of you, you see the entrance of a cave. You are overcome with the strikingly familiar sense of home. Baking food, laughing children, fresh laundry, beer. For those of you who have had homes to return you, it'll be as if you never left. Visions of what was and what could be flicker before each of you. If you've never found a place of belonging that you could sincerely call your home, instead you experience that which you have always yearned for in your heart of hearts. Not deep desire of carnal, hedonistic indulges, not the thrill of the hunt, not endless war, or finding a new shiny treasure, or playing a new piece of music, or just laying down to rest, but what you truly want emanates from the center of the room, a single pedestal resting upon a single flame. Behind the pedestal is an entity as large as the cosmos itself, looking to be made of eternal flame, chained to this room. The flame itself encompasses most of the room, created from the flaming trunks of 1,000 trees, and while this entity's flame burns, its trunks remain whole, though stripped of their color to ash gray and snowy white. But it is this figure that looms in front of you that draws the eye. It speaks to you in a gentle, crackling voice, saying, "I am the guardian of the divine fire. What is it that you wish of me, O God of light, O God of peace, God of mediation, and God of perfect pitch?"
I feel like 3 of those are a lot more philosophical than the other.
Yeah, you got a raw deal for sure with the perfect pitch thing. That loot was fucked.
Would you rather I've said God of music? That's what it listed.
Yeah. That does sound cooler, to be honest, Talking Flame. If you were one to subscribe to Street Cred.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm a high level wizard. I don't really get street cred, anyways.
I put like one hand into. You should do, buddy. Did you all see the visions of the thing you desired most too, or was that just me?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. You all were very kind to help me out in the last room. So, listen, I don't got a lot of skin in the game with the gods and such. I just kind of came here because it sounded fun. And you know what? It's been pretty fun. So I don't have a strong connection to what I want. So I'm willing to hear you all out for what we do with this here guy.
I want freedom. Freedom from the gods and freedom for others.
I want magic to be accessible across all the realms.
I just
In
don't
my
want
entire
people
life's work.
to suffer anymore. And well, if I've defeated the god of war, then I've sort of already done what my intention was.
Yeah, true. Look, I'll be straight up. I want to live forever. That's my whole thing. I just want to keep doing cool stuff and never die.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do that.
Don't you think it would get a bit boring?
Nah, it's a lot of stuff. Big universe.
Big multiverse.
What about all the people that you'll outlive?
You know, it'd be cool if everyone could. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, yo, only I can do it. That's kind of, it's mean. But that's my primary objective with everything, is it'd be cool to do that.
Well, I think if everybody lived forever, then we'd run out of space, surely.
Sure. Maybe just me then. I don't know. Does it be this ephemeral being going from plane to plane, place to place, meeting cool people, outliving cool people?
Well, in a situation where there is no death, there would also be no new life either.
Sure. I'm not saying I got all the answers. That's why I was willing to let your desires take a front seat. So whatever you think needs to happen for all your dreams to come true, I'm here for you.
I'm gonna look at the being that's in front of me and consider the fact that it's chained. Are you here on your own free will, or are you bound here?
The Guardian lets out a long sigh that sounds like a bonfire roaring, and simply bows its head. I am here because the gods need me here. I am here to welcome in those new souls, to create life, give them all they possibly desire, and make them embody the virtue they have always wanted to be. You always must have wondered where the gods come from. I am that answer.
And what would happen if you were not here anymore?
If I were not here anymore, there would be nothing left to guard. The eternal flame would be smitten, and no new gods could be born, and all old gods may be slain.
You see a devilish smile from Six. Human teeth.
Oh God.
That he has.
That he
for some
has
reason.
established I have regular teeth. I'm like,
It's
oh.
giving the original design of Sonic, and I don't like it.
It's him, Sick the Cicada. Do not steal.
I stole all the teeth and put them in my chompers.
Listen, I know I'll go with what you guys want, but personally my agenda was to free people from the gods, and they're forcing their purpose onto other people, and
I mean, this
This
would be
yeah.
This would be a good way to take Mistra down a peg.
I think most of the awful things in the world come from people with too much power.
Mm-hmm.
I'm inclined to agree that perhaps being safe from everything is what leads them to be entitled to what they want, which leaves the smaller people unprotected. And we could absolutely join in the ranks and fight against them and try to help them from our place of power, but there will always be somebody else who comes along, and well, it would all be an awful lot more fair. It'd be a lot more fair.
There'll always
So
be a
the question is, do you fix the system from within, gaining absolute power in order to fight absolute power, possibly allowing yourself to get corrupted in the process? Or is it simply easier to chop the head off the snake?
Remove the power entirely. Well, it doesn't remove the power, but
I'm in favor of getting rid of that power. Leveling the playing field.
In my experience, fighting from the inside doesn't actually lead anywhere. It just leads to more corruption.
No sense working with the people who have no desire to help you or work with you or achieve your own goals? How many times do we see the honest politicians get into office only to become another corrupt one, am I right?
But it would mean that you wouldn't get to live forever.
Yeah, fuck them. Whatever. That's its own adventure, right?
That's what they always say.
Ophelia's gonna pat him on his back.
Look, it wasn't a strong desire or nothing. Also, sorry for my slimy back, which cicadas canonically have.
That's alright.
Listen, if I don't live forever, that's fine. I think I'll like living on an Earth a lot better that doesn't have some cocky ass gods telling me what I can and can't do with my wings.
I'll look to the Guardian again. Alright. Say we wanted to snuff out this flame. How we go about it?
Well, I would not stop you. All you simply must do is cover the flame, and that will be that.
Neat.
Is there like a lid somewhere? A pot?
The pedestal rotates, so if you rotate the bottom part upward, it will snuff the flame, yes.
So helpful.
It is that simple.
Thank you for telling us how to kill you. That's very kind of you.
Yeah,
I am nothing if not honest, and I always know what day I am going to die.
You know?
Whether you decide to make it this day is your choice.
If all gods were like you, this would be a harder choice to make, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think it'd only be fair enough if the person who presented the most compelling argument, and it's the current god of peace, did the honors.
I agree.
I agree.
Have fun, Haze.
Alright then. And I will head over and do that.
Okay.
I will say thank you, and I hope you're comfortable wherever you end up.
The Guardian simply closes its eyes and nodded. You don't know what it's thinking, and I don't think you really much want to find out, but it is at peace. The device is simple. The lid flips up and closes over the eternal flame, thus snuffing out eternity itself from burning. The Guardian smolders, and its fire slowly ebbs out of existence as you watch the god of gods die. The world around you returns to something a bit more simple, the base of a mountain. Steps that you once were familiar with are no longer there, but you return not as gods, not as the god of light, or the god of peace, or mediation, or music, but you are simply yourselves. And is that not in and of itself divine?
I'm comfy.
I am gonna eat the biggest fucking sandwich after this.
Let's go get you that sandwich, bud.
Let's go. Godless sandwich.
We got it. That, my friends, is one of many ways that you can escape the knowing revenge of the grasping gods. And I want to thank each and every one of you for playing, and those of you at home, thank you for listening as well. Evelynn, where can we hear more of you and your awesome self?
You can find me Tuesdays and Wednesdays at twitch.tv/Magic Academy or magicacademyrpg.com. We recently released a collectible pin over on our merch store, which is very exciting. If you want to find me individually, it's Evelynn sometimes on all platforms. But go check out Magic Academy. We do a lot of really cool, fun, queer stuff.
And Maijai, where can we hear more of you?
So we stream Demons and Daughters every other Wednesday, 7 p.m. GMT on Twitch, and the episodes get posted on YouTube the Saturday that follows. On our off weeks, we stream our bonus post-game chat show, Talks Around the Teapot, at the same time. We're Damsels in Distress on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and Damsels D&D on Twitter/X, whatever we call it. If you like me as an actor and want to see me be more Regency Yearning Lovers, which is what Damsels is, follow Wasn't There a Man Theatre on Instagram.
And remember, it is always morally correct to dead name Twitter.
Correct.
Until Elon acknowledges his trans daughter, we call it Twitter.
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And Ciera, where can we find you?
You can find all of my links at ragepandapajamas.com, but mostly on twitch.tv/ragepandapajamas or Dissociation on YouTube. That's where all of our VODs and edited playthroughs are being uploaded currently.
Grant, I think I've kept your show away from you long enough. I think it's time to give you back the reins. Here you
Thanks. Yeah, this was a gas to play with all of you. Before we even casted this episode, we knew that we just wanted to play D&D with some of our favorite D&D creators, which we fucking did. Magic Academy, Damsels in Distress, Divided Kingdoms all fucking rule. You'd be doing yourself a favor by checking them out. Jesus Christ, get off of this thing and go do that immediately. As for the rest of y'all, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thank you for playing. Thank you for listening.
Yay!
Woo! Bye!
Happy, happy, happy.
Wait, you're an elf. You already don't sleep.
I meditate, but you know.
Yeah, we do the trans thing. We just like sit we sit in a corner for 4 hours and we're good to go.
Oh, trance. I
Oh,
swear to God, I thought you said trans.
Yeah, don't they tell you that's what happens when you start taking HRT? You stop being able to sleep and you just meditate in a corner for 8 hours and you're good to go.
Oh, is that how the transformation happens?
Yeah, that's how you get your boobs.
Oh my God.
Trans and transgender stand to transmutate.
And it works the other way too. You could just boob, no boob, boob, no boob.
It's really cool. I do it every other weekend.
Through intense meditation, I've achieved true gender fluidity.
Oh, that's all I ever wanted.
That's the way that's how I plan to get top surgery. Is I'm just gonna meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just take a whole lot of THC.
It would be so much cheaper.
Pray the titties away.
I'm gonna transfer mine to somebody who's in need. Here, get this.
Yeah, someone else can have them.
I am always an eligible candidate.
They're all yours.
Yeah. The minute we're allowed to donate boobs, tell you what.
It's all over.
I need them to be detachable so that I can put them back on and then take them off depending on which day it is.
Oh, that would be the worst, though. It's like you'll be walking out the door and you're like, okay, let's see. Phone, keys, wallet. Ah, shit, my titties.
I forgot my titties again.
I saw. If anyone's ever seen the Gandalf Big Naturals meme, the person who actually created that is a trans guy. So Gandalf took their titties.
Oh my God. Don't you love it when we get the end slate naturally?
Yeah, this scene's going right at the end.
Where were we?